President-elect Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris have been jointly chosen as the Time magazine's Person of the Year for this tumultuous year 2020. The US-based publication has been giving away the prestigious award since 1927. The two leaders were chosen ahead of frontline healthcare workers, right activists, and US President Donald Trump, among others. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama, and these are the headlines of the hour. A serious call on the government and health experts in the country to determine the nature of coronavirus that has emerged in Nepal. The construction of the much-touted industrial area in the eastern Nepal yet to kick off, despite a pledge of 65 billion rupees by the Chinese government. The US Supreme Court rejects an unprecedented attempt to throw out election results in 4 battleground states backed by President Donald Trump. And the nominees for the Best FIFA Football Awards revealed. Ronaldo, Messi and Lewandowski contest for Best Player Award. The country reported a total of 1,044 cases yesterday, taking the total number of coronavirus cases in the country to 246,694. The death toll, meanwhile, due to COVID-19 in the country has now reached 1,674, with 11 more deaths recorded. Out of the 7,414 samples tested in the past 24 hours, 541 cases were reported from the federal capital alone. 1,271 individuals recovered from the virus in the past 24 hours, taking the recovery tally to 232,872. Likewise, the total number of active cases has gone down to 12,148. According to the Health Ministry, 360 infected individuals are receiving treatment in intensive cares and 50 individuals are being treated with ventilator support. It has been over 10 months since the coronavirus emerged in the country. The number of cases surpassed 245,000 mark, while over 1,600 people have succumbed to the virus within this period. Meanwhile, the study on the nature of the virus that is spreading across the country has not been initiated as of yet.
The US and Russia have been successful in developing a vaccine against coronavirus, while India and China, among other countries, are in the final stage of clinical trials for the vaccine. Meanwhile, adequate research has not been conducted on the nature of the virus in Nepal. Lack of research centers is not the justification, as Nepal Health Research Council, with their distinguished panel of office bearers for carrying out research and study-related works. At the same time, despite the availability of other private research centers in the country, their research on coronavirus infection has not been categorical.
आउटब्रेक इन्भेस्टिगेसनको हिसाबले चाहिँ गएर अब एउटा सर्टेन क्लस्टरमा हामीले गएर नगरपालिकाको चाहिँ हिसाबमा भएका सम्पूर्ण डाटाहरू लिएर एनालाइसिस गर्दैछौँ। त्यसले गर्दा एउटा मान्छेले कति मान्छेसम्म चाहिँ यो रोग सारिरहेको अवस्था छ भन्ने हेर्दैछौँ। जिन सिक्वेन्सको यहाँलाई भने सुरुवात गरेका छौँ, यसलाई कन्टिन्युस जाँदैछौँ र अब विश्वविद्यालयसँग हामी मिलेर पनि अगाडि बढ्दैछौँ हैन, काठमाडौँ विश्वविद्यालयसँग। भनेपछि यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले कन्टिन्युस गर्दै जाने आएको अवस्थाअनुसार ड्रग ट्रायल, भ्याक्सिन ट्रायल हैन, यो खालको इमर्जिङ अहिले रिकभरी ट्रायलहरू हामीले गरिरहेको अवस्था छ।
The Research Council had taken a financial assistance of 20 million rupees from the Coronavirus Preventive Fund a month ago, apart from regular budget, citing research work on coronavirus. As coronavirus continues its steady surge in the country, the cases with symptoms have also been on the rise, coupled with increasing deaths. Even as the recovery rate has surpassed 230,000, the spread rate has not gone down from 15%. In the absence of research work, the preventive steps to stem coronavirus have been largely ineffective, rendering the healthcare measures to combat COVID-19 all the more challenging. Given this scenario, there is a serious call on the government to promote preventive measures against the spread of the virus to thwart an impending health crisis in the country.
Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has held a meeting with Sherbahadur Deuwa, president of the main opposition, Nepali Congress. The Premier's meeting with Deuwa has come ahead of the Constitutional Council meeting. The Premier has requested Leader Dewa for his support during the Constitutional Council meeting slated for tomorrow, while assuring the main opposition of two commissioners' position at the anti-graft body CIAA. Prime Minister Oli will also hold a meeting with Leader Dewa ahead of the Constitutional Council meeting tomorrow. Position of some 4 office bearers at the anti-graft body, Election Commission, Human Rights Commission, among others, has remained vacant. In the face of the power struggle in the national politics, the Constitutional Council meeting has remained elusive for the past 1 year. Prime Minister Oli has also summoned an emergency meeting of the ruling party's Central Committee today itself. And moving on, Janata Samajwadi Party is the third largest party in the parliament, enjoying significant hold in the Tarai Madhesh politics. However, mired in internal party politics, the Samajwadi Party has not been able to make the desired progress in the national political scene.
After Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli issued an ordinance regarding the party division in mid-April this year, Samajwadi Party and Rashtriya Janata Party merged overnight to form the Janata Samajwadi Party. However, 8 months since the merger, the party is yet to come out of what could be termed the unification complications. The Madhesh-centric party could not even name its office bearers and central leaders, while the party boasts of a jumbo 801-member central committee. At a time when the nation is reeling under coronavirus, the government widely criticized from all quarters, the third largest party in the parliament, Janata Samajwadi Party, is yet to make its presence felt in the national politics. Despite holding a noble and timely objective of expanding the Tarai Madhesh politics across the country, the internal party bickering has greatly dented the aspirations of this third largest party in the nation.
The industrial area construction project, which has been in the high priority of the government for the past 5 years, is yet to kick off its works. The stakeholder government bodies are still stranded in the initial project process. This has affected the establishment of new industries in the country. The government has been allocating budget with high priority for the construction of industrial areas in Saktikhor, Chitwan, Damak Chapa, Mayur Thap in Makwanpur, Nobasta of Baki, Motipur in Rupandehi and Daichi, Kanchanpur since the year 2015. A budget of 1.8 billion rupees was allocated for the construction of industrial area in this fiscal year alone. However, the construction work of industrial area is yet to begin. The time so far has merely been limited to the works of assessing environmental impact, obtaining land, among others. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies has said that the preliminary works are in the final stage and the construction works would begin very soon. An agreement had been reached some 14 months ago between the Investment Board and a Chinese company for the construction of industrial park in Damak of Chapa. As per the agreement, the Chinese government would provide 65 billion rupees to construct the industrial park in nearly 28,000 ropanis of land located at Damak and Gaura Daha municipality and Kamal rural municipality. Discussions on the expansion and upgrading highways are held time and again. However, the authorities are indifferent regarding the maintenance of the existing highways. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, we had asked the passengers, drivers and locals passing by the BP Koirala highway in Sindhuli what should be done to maintain the highways clean. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
बसमा हिँड्ने यात्रुहरूले नि जथाभावी फोहोर फाल्नु भएन झ्यालबाट अनि यहाँ बसोबास गर्ने बासिन्दाहरू पनि आफै जागरुक हुनु पर्यो
गाडी भित्र पनि कन्टेनर राख्नु पर्यो फोहोर राख्ने
सरकारले करहरू चाहिँ लिइराखेको छ रोडहरूको अलि यो फोहोरहरूलाई व्यवस्थापन गर्ने व्यवस्था भए चाहिँ धेरै राम्रो हुन्थ्यो
करेलेको हुन्छ सरकारले चाहिँ हामीलाई नगरपालिका बनेपछि अनि यस्तो डस्टबिन ठाउँ ठाउँमा राख्ने रे अनि त्यो फोहोर फ्याङ्क्छन् रे त्यो नगरपालिका भएपछि भनेर भन्थे खोइ केही छैन त
फोहोरलाई व्यवस्थित गर्नु पर्यो र गाडीहरुमा प्रत्येक गाडीहरुमा डस्टबिनहरुको व्यवस्था गर्नु पर्यो
ठाउँ ठाउँमा डस्टबिन राख्नु पर्यो अनि फोहोर लगाएर अनि हामी के राख्नु पर्यो राज्यले गर्नु पर्यो नि त्यो त
डस्टबिन सबै गाडीमा छ कुनै कुनै गाडीमा छैन हाम्रो पहिला नगरपालिकाले चेक पनि गर्छ बाटामा डस्टबिन विषयमा नबोक्नेलाई जरिमाना पनि गरिरहेको थियो
एउटाले चाहिँ फोहोर गर्ने एउटाले सफा गर्ने भन्दा पनि सबैले आफ्नो चाहिँ जिम्मेवारी र दायित्व यो हो भन्ने हिसाबले काम गर्ने वातावरण बनाउन सकियो भने जथाभावी फोहोरहरू पनि खस्दैन
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what could be the reason for the delay in the construction and operation of the industrial area? Your options are A, not in priority, B, bureaucratic hassles, and C, procedural complications. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And with that, we move on to our special segment, Media Watch.
The new height of the world's highest peak, Mount Everest, was made public jointly by Nepal and China on Tuesday. The revised height of Mount Everest was revealed to be 8,848.86 meters or 29,032 feet. The new height is based on data collected by the technicians from both the countries. Earlier in 1955, the measurement carried out by India had formally determined the elevation of Mount Everest as 8,848 meters or 29,029 feet. The agreement to jointly announce the new height of Mount Everest was made during Chinese President Xi Jinping's visit to Nepal last year. The new height of Mount Everest was revealed on Tuesday at a virtual program held in the presence of Foreign Minister Pradip Gewali and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi. This is the first time that the Nepal government measured the height of Mount Everest with its own resources after geologists projected that the April 2015 earthquake might have caused a change in the height. Along with Nepal, China has called the event a historic achievement. The government unveiled a new foreign policy on Sunday, outlining the priorities and challenges of the changing global scenario. In its first integrated foreign policy considering both domestic and international perspectives, the government mentioned that the major challenges for Nepal is to make use of border security and foreign assistance conducive to national interest. Speaking at a press meet held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Sunday, Foreign Minister Pradip Gewali unveiled the document of Nepal's first integrated foreign policy. The document states that Nepal would adopt pluralistic and diverse diplomatic practices along with geopolitical balance. The new policy includes instability in the global scenario, multilateral mechanism, border security, and economic diplomacy with national interest for international assistance as the main challenges. The Netra Bikram Chand-led underground outfit was involved in the slaying of Rajendra Kumar Shrestha, principal of Saraswati Higher Secondary School in Miklajang, Morang, this Tuesday. The group has released a statement taking responsibility of the killing. The National Human Rights Commission has condemned the killing of the school principal and informed the commission is monitoring the incident. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli delivered an 11-minute-long audiovisual statement on Thursday on the occasion of International Human Rights Day. However, the Premier did not deem it necessary to touch upon the recent incident of gross violation of human rights. 23-year-old Namrata Shrestha clinched the crown of Miss Nepal 2020 last Saturday. Namrata left behind 19 other contestants to become the 25th Miss Nepal World. Namrata is a student of sociology and a certified kindergarten teacher. She received a prize money of 250,000 rupees along with the coveted crown. Namrata will represent Nepal in the Miss World stage. Likewise, Supriya Shrestha was crowned Miss Nepal Earth, Sandhya Sharma won Miss Nepal International, and Simal Kanojia became Miss Nepal Supranational. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Media Watch and Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.